Alright, so here's some more DC Prime news. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but it's me talking about some other stuff. Yay, self-promotion! Anyway, so this is going to be me talking about our first crossover. But wait a minute, Deadpoolzilla, you guys, you, Jake Bat, and Bodhi were going to do that video, that 6-part Transformers Justice League crossover. Well, we were, but then it just didn't quite take off the ground. We couldn't really get our schedules together and get everything in sync. And now we do have a crossovers, a anthology slot, but we don't really have anything there. So, in a moment of stupidity, or brilliance, depending on how you look at it, I have decided to do a Steven Universe Justice League crossover. Now, for those who don't know, in DC Prime, we allowed certain characters to become part of our DC Universe. Kind of like how, at the Marvel 2K14 side, we allowed a lot of characters in the Marvel side that are becoming part of the DC, becoming part of the new Marvel 2K14 fanfiction site. Whereas DC, we're only allowing certain Warner Brothers characters to join our side. Yeah, anything under Warner Brothers is cool. Looney Tunes, not so much. But other characters, like, I'll say this, yeah, Max Tennyson from Ben 10, even Ben 10 himself, and even Vilgax is going to show up in DC Prime, on the DC Prime fanfiction site as well. They're going to be showing up very soon. First with Max Tennyson showing up during the Reign story arc, which is an event created by Ivan Krolo, which pretty much ends his Superman run, more or less. So, yeah, we have that. There is that. And there's a few other characters. I mean, we had Frankie Foster from Foster's Home from Imaginary Friends show up as well. She showed up in the Wildcat series that I'm currently doing. It was being co-written, but Jay had to leave, so I'm now kind of doing it myself. Anywho, so yes, we are doing a I'm doing Steven Universe Justice League crossover. I'm doing this. Now, the story is that this is going to be a different take from what happened during the 2-part episode. Now, most of you guys remember from the 2-part episode, Mirror Gem and the Ocean Gem, we find out that, Lapis stole the ocean to build a tower to try to go back home to her world. But that didn't really happen. Steven healed her, and she managed to go back home. This story goes in the continuity of it kind of deals with the fallout of that and how the Justice League are handling that. The story is that Aquaman and the other members of the Justice League want answers on what happened to the ocean, why it suddenly disappeared, why it suddenly became a tower, and why suddenly it just went back. They really don't know what happened. If you're wondering, well, why didn't they show up when they did? Why didn't they show up earlier to stop this? Well, the reason is because they were kind of dealing with an alien invasion, and I'm going to say, that's going to be something minor, like they were dealing with either, an alien invasion, or they were dealing with another supervillain. They really didn't know what exactly was going on, and then when they came back, it was like, what the fuck happened? So, they continue on, and Aquaman especially wants to know what happened, because his kingdom, this happened in a matter of 24 hours, but in that time, not every Atlantean can breathe on air. Not a lot of them can breathe air. So a lot of Atlanteans suffocated for a while. People of Atlantis suffocated, and some of them even died. There were even some fatalities due to Lapis Lazli's tower she created in her attempt to go back home. So Aquaman, above all, is angry that someone stole his oceans, and he wants to know. He wants to know who did it and who's going to pay for it. And eventually, the Justice League managed to track the point of origin where this came from, and the first source is Steven's home. So they travel to Beach City to confront the gems. Now, another thing I want to bring up is that the gems do have a connection to the gems do have a connection to Wonder Woman. And the reason is this because our good friend, the Real Manos, the creator of the comic Red Knight, is doing a Wonder Woman fanfiction series. He's doing Wonder Woman, and his Wonder Woman is set. His first arc is set during, the origin he's retelling is set during World War II. So Wonder Woman is technically the first superhero of the DC universe. And then eventually she's going to come back into the Justice League stories and all that. And what happens is that during that time period, Manos is going to have, during World War II, a story arc set in World War II where Wonder Woman did encounter the Gems, and she was allied with them. She was even friends with them. So in this story, she does discover, yeah, they've been separated for a while, and they were allies in the past, but now the Gems, she sees the Gems once more, and she's kind of surprised, and she wants to be on their side, but the Gems aren't really, they don't really feel like their actions were the thing that caused what Lapis did. It was all Lapis's fault, and furthermore, they don't feel like the Gems feel like they don't have to explain themselves to the Justice League. They feel like, we don't really have to we handled it. Steven handled it, and we handled the situation just fine. Where were you? You were gone. We handled that situation pretty well. And the Justice League aren't having that. And also, the other thing is that they feel like they're not letting on more than they're telling, and eventually a fight breaks out between the Justice League and the Crystal Gems, with Steven and his father caught in the middle. So yeah, the Gems are going to be fighting the Justice League. While this is going on, back on the Gem homeworld, I guess you could say, Lapis encounters an original character I created, the leader of the Gems, Lady Obsidian. And Lady Obsidian, like I said, she's the matriarch, the queen, whatever you want to call it, of the Gems. And she's pretty much condemned the three Gems. She's pretty much condemned Amethyst, Pearl, and Garnet, as well as Rose. And they pretty much are like, yeah, those four were traitors. They left us behind and went out to pursue their own goals. So what you're going to do, Lapis, is go back to Earth, bring them to justice, bring them back here for trial, or kill them. You're going to do either one of those two. And Lapis is not going alone. She's actually going to be traveling with three other original Gems I created: Pyrite, Turquoise, and Onyx. Which each one, Turquoise can control the air, Pyrite can control fire, and Onyx can control the earth. So yeah, we've got pretty much like the Gem equivalent of the Red Lotus together. So the four Gems go back to Earth to pretty much, to capture the Gems, and even Steven. However, the Gems on the Gem homeworld, they want to take Steven for a different reason. They want to take him because they feel like he has potential, and Lapis even defends Steven, saying, "Look, he's the innocent party in all this. We can take care of Pearl, Garnet, and Amethyst. Those three, I agree that those guys need to be punished. But Steven's the innocent party. He never asked for this, and in fact, if it wasn't for him, I would have never made it back, and we wouldn't know the location of the Gems." To which, yeah, the Gem homeworld, they want to protect Steven. They want to have Steven for themselves. They want to train him as a true Crystal Gem. And yeah, and I even want to write it that healing Gems are in short supply. So when they find out, hey, there's another one, let's take this one home. And they're going to be kind of pissed off when they discover, yeah, those other Gem monsters they've been fighting were really Gems that they could have healed. Yeah, they're going to be, those other, Lapis and her squad are going to be plenty pissed off. So yes, the four, Lapis, Pyrite, Onyx, and Turquoise return to Earth to get Steven, get the Gems, and even the Gems that, the three have managed to lock away in Bubble. But, however, in the midst of all this, we have the Justice League, and of course, typical team-up fashion, we have the Gems, and the Steven leading the Gems and the Justice League to fight the four very powerful Gems. Now, like I said, the Gems are pretty much, the Lapis and her squad, it's only 4 against, 10? Yeah, 4 against 9, 4 against 10. So, yeah, these guys, as you can imagine, even though they're outnumbered, the Justice League and the Gems are outmatched. Remember what Lapis could do? Lapis easily held her own against, Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl. Imagine if she got backup from 3 other Gems that are just as powerful. And like I said, the Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl are going to be outnumbered in their fight with the Justice League, but remember, these girls play for keeps. These girls know how to fight. So keep that in mind. But yeah, this is going to be a very fun crossover. I'm going to be writing. Once again, go check out DC Prime. You guys can go check it out. It's a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun writing my other titles, and this will be coming out next week. Yeah, this story will be coming out next week, and as well as another one, hopefully, depending on if I'm busy or not, how busy I am over the week. Pretty much I'm doing another story called Dead Man's Circus of Sinners for another thing we're doing called DC Prime Tales of Terror, which is a horror anthology thing we're doing for all of October. So yeah, be sure to check that out as well, depending if I can manage to post that. But hopefully I can get it. Yeah, right now, yeah, hopefully I can get this out. But yeah, once again, hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, stay tuned for Steven Universe Justice League. It'll be called something else as well. But anyway, once again, hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm really going to have a lot of fun writing this. This is going to be my first time writing Steven Universe, so hopefully I do good. But anyway, yeah, I'm just going to leave it off here, and I will see you